ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Woogity Boys podcast. We out here. To my right, you're looking at Johnny, the main boy, Sheridan. What up, Johnny?
Ski.
And to my left, you're looking at the OG, Joey Bananas, Joey Cupcakes, Joey, whatever the hell you want.
What's going on, everybody?
They don't call him it for nothing.
Joey nicknames in the building.
What are we doing? What are you doing, boys? How are we doing?
We doing good, brother. We doing good.
How y'all doing? Having a fun Saturday, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got a loaded docket for the audience here tonight. We'll get started with a little bit of news. Your boy right here, this guy, Mr. Puma, had a baby. I had a baby on Monday. It was a little baby
crowd
girl.
goes wild.
Little baby Mila Danielle McClellan. Beautiful, healthy, got tons of hair. She's a vampire. She's pretty much a vampire. She's awake from 1 to 5 a.m. every night. Loves to yell at me, but throughout the entire day, she's pretty chill.
So she's her mom.
Hey, you call my wife a vampire?
No, I'm just saying she yells at you.
So I gotta say, welcome to the Dad Club. Finally.
Oh yeah,
it's an honor to have you.
It's my Warzone gamer tag. It's been that way for like the last 9 months. I'm the dad man.
Nice. So I gotta ask. Mila's a great name, but I gotta know what the runner-up was.
The runner-up name?
Yep, I gotta know.
For Tanya, it was Gianna.
Gianna, okay.
Yeah,
I only know
Gianna.
one Gianna.
Me too, and that's why I was like, nah.
I mean, I know two, and yeah, it's a unique name.
Right?
Yeah, man, congratulations. I'm super happy for you. It's about time you join us dads over here.
Yeah, thanks. It was an interesting couple of days, I'll tell you that. So Friday there was something going on, and Tanya listened to her sister, and her sister told her to call the doctor. And the doctor, us being an hour away from Brigham and Women's, was like, "Hey, get down here, let's check you out." So we drove down to Brigham and Women's, and we sat there for probably 3 hours, 4 hours, until like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I was very upset at Tanya's sister because she wasn't going into labor at all.
Right.
But it was nice. We went, we got dinner. I got some beer at the brewery next door. And then we went home and went to sleep. And I wake up at 5 a.m. to Tanya having contractions every 10 minutes. And she's like, don't worry. It's just the Braxton Hicks. So I don't know if the audience knows, but we do something called a diaper party for dads, where the guys, one of the hosts buys a bunch of food. We invite all the guys over, and everyone buys a box of diapers for the upcoming dad, and we all get drunk, play games, have a great time. It's a man's baby shower. So mine was supposed to be on Saturday, where Tanya was having contractions, and she refused to go to the hospital. Refused. She wanted us to have the party no matter what. It took all the way to around 1 o'clock in the afternoon for her to actually call the doctor, and the doctor to say, "Hey, yeah, you got to get in here. We got to check you out, make sure that you're just having the Braxton Hicks." And it turns out she wasn't having the Braxton Hicks. She was in labor.
Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Time out, King. I'd like to lobby for a change to the name Diaper Party.
Okay, well, you got something in mind?
I do. I think it should be called a dad chiller party.
A
Because
bachelor?
because
What about a
realistic,
dad shower?
nah, see, that's just silly. Like women have a baby shower, men have a bachelor party. It's like your last, like a bachelor party you have when you're about to get married, like your last like hoorah before marriage. A bachelor party is the same thing, but we bring diapers still, and it's just like your last like bros night before becoming a dad.
Exactly. And
Like
for the
it's a nice send up.
listeners,
Yeah,
it's literally a rite of passage.
exactly.
You
Now
Like
know?
it is.
so, I feel like bachelor party. I don't know. That's just my idea. Leave it up to you guys. I'm just throwing it out there. I think
A
bachelor.
bachelor party? I don't know,
Yeah,
man. That's a tough sell. That's a hard no for me, man. You got to think of something more clever than that.
I like a bachelor party. It's like a bachelor party for dads to be.
No, I hear you.
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea. I'm sticking to it. I'm still gonna call it a
Okay.
bachelor party.
Okay.
It's
No, you good.
unofficially it'll be a bachelor party.
Unofficially.
Yeah, like
He's
when I
bringing he's making it a thing.
when I have a kid, I don't want a diaper party. I want a bachelor party.
A bachelor party.
Yeah. Whenever that
We
day
got to
We'll
get
have
a
to make it
banner that says
little bit
bachelor
different.
party.
Hell yeah. Damn right.
We'll have to tweak it just a little bit, make it a little special.
Yeah, strippers.
I don't want strippers at my bachelor party. I'm good. Nope.
That would yeah. So the bachelor party is you're about to become a dad, and as a rite of passage, you impregnate a stripper.
Nope. No,
So
definitely
you get the
not
ball
that.
rolling.
No,
It just
no,
keeps rolling. Keeps
nah.
rolling.
That's a tough sell for me. Gonna be a hard no. Pass on that one, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, shit,
Just
that was a
yeah,
good one.
it's just like a never-ending cycle, you know. That
No,
way, every
I
9
don't.
months you get another party.
I don't want
Exactly.
a bunch of kids by a bunch of different women, sir.
No, we can't go down this road again with Nick Cannon, bro. We cannot do this.
I wasn't going to.
No, but I feel like we brought this up before that you don't want a bunch of
No, I'm just saying personally, I
kids
just
with
don't want a lot of
different
kids.
women.
Yeah. No, I'm cool with, especially not
We
like a
can't go
bunch of
down
different
this road
strippers
again.
from a bachelor party. Like I don't want that many First off, I don't want that many fucking diapers. I don't want to just keep getting like more diapers from all my friends every 9 months.
You'd have to name the baby Candy or something.
Nah, Laffy Taffy,
Yeah,
Skittles.
you don't name your
Snickers.
kids a stripper name.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
you
you
have to.
gotta.
You have to, yeah.
It's like naming.
I've never met a candy doctor.
Not
You know,
yet,
my
but
lawyer
But I
has
bet
never
you.
been named Candy.
But I bet you met a Candace.
Yep.
Bet you met a Candace,
Mhm.
and I
She
bet
was
when she was
Candy.
stripping her way through med school, she was Candy.
Okay.
Yup,
Mhm.
Okay.
yup,
Yep.
yup.
All right, don't get in my face.
Listen, bro. Listen, I never met a Candy.
Stop defending the strippers.
I never met a Dr. Candy. You just don't know she was Dr.
I've never met a Dr. Candy, a Dr. Bubbles. I don't know. What are some other like exclusive stripper names?
Bubbles, dog.
It's 2020. But that's the thing. It's 2023. I don't even think there are any more exclusive stripper names.
Listen, if your name is Bubbles, you're either a stripper or you're the FBI agent from Lilo and Stitch. Those are the only two things you can be.
Nah, or I'll give you another one.
Oh, you got another Bubbles?
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Bubbles.
I
That's
got
true.
you, bro.
That's true.
With
That's
the sugar
true.
and spice and everything nice. All right.
So we're at the hospital, right? They sit us in this damn room. They call it the triage room, right?
Mhm.
The triage room.
Any trees?
And no trees. It's like supposed to be
Fuck.
like the midpoint from them telling you to like go home or hey, you're gonna stay here for a little while.
Mm.
So they sit us in there, and this room is like smaller than the smallest bedroom in my house, right? It's the bed on one side, and then on the other side, kitty cornered, is like the little nurse's station, and then the dad chair right next, like next to it, right? So I'm sitting in this chair, and every time the nurse comes in to sit at the stand at the station, she's like hovering over me like this. That's how small this room is.
She didn't trust
That's how
you.
small this room is.
She was trying to
What-
complicate
so-
you.
She might. Now Tanya's right there. Every 10 minutes she's having contractions, so she could have snuck one in. But anyway, we're sitting there, and the doctor comes in there. She's like, "Yeah, you're definitely, you're having contractions. We want to keep you for 2 hours, see how everything goes. If you progress in your dilation, then we'll admit you, right?" So 2 hours comes, and I'm sitting in this fucking chair. 2 hour comes. Tanya's in pain every 10 minutes. It sucks to look at because she's just dying.
And you can't do anything about it.
You can't do anything about it. So she's sitting there in pain for 2 hours. 2 hours comes and pass. 3 hours comes and pass. 4 hours later, they finally come back in. And they're like, "Oh, wow, you're a little bit more dilated, but you're only like 3 centimeters. Let's observe you for another 2 hours. If you don't progress, we'll send you home." So 1 hour goes away. 2 hours goes away. Then I finally order food on DoorDash. I was very excited. I ordered some good barbecue, a nice brisket sandwich.
That was your favorite pot.
It was my favorite part. This is what sucked, right? So as I'm downstairs picking up the food from Linda. So Linda on my phone was supposed to be a middle-aged white woman driving a Prius, and it turned out to be a 25-year-old South American man driving a Corolla. I go, "Hello,
"Hey, Linda.
Are you Linda?" And he goes, "You're Steve?" And I'm like, "I'm Steve. Are you Linda?" And he's like, "Here you go."
But what happened to Linda?
I don't know. I asked him.
I'm worried now. Like, is Linda okay?
I'm like, "This is not a Prius, and you are not Linda. This does not match the picture." I felt so bad too. So he gives me the food. While I'm down there, the doctors come back, and they tell Tanya, "Okay, we're gonna meet with our team, and we're gonna reassess, and we'll come back. We'll be right back, and we're gonna let you know." So I go up there, and I got this buffet of fucking barbecue. I got macaroni and cheese. I got baked beans. I got the fries with the fries with all the pulled pork and everything on top of them. And I'm having myself a feast. And I feel so bad because I'm eating, and Tanya's right across from me, just having contractions and having like acid reflux at the same time. And I'm over there like enjoying my damn self. So I finish up, and 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, no doctors. They finally come. They come back at 11.
You only see the nurses.
They come back 3 hours later. At this point, it's midnight, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna get you a room. Do you want an epidural?" And Tanya's like, "I don't want the epidural," but I'm like, "You got to take that epidural at this point." So they're like, "Okay, we'll go get you a room." Bro, I fell asleep. They don't wake me up until 5 a.m. Right? So I'm in the corner. My head's at the back of the rest on the back of the chair. I found a rolly chair. So my ass is on the rolly chair. My back of my head's on the back of the chair. And my legs, dude, I was sleeping in the weirdest way.
What do you mean? You know that shit pulls out, right?
No. This was just
he doesn't know much
chair.
about pulling out, or else he wouldn't have been there in the first place.
The dad chair pulls out to a bed.
Yo,
I know the dad chair pulls out to a bed. This was not the dad chair. This was not a dad chair.
They didn't give you a dad chair?
I'm in triage still. They didn't admit me.
Fuck, dog.
Dude,
well, they wouldn't admit you anyway because you weren't giving birth.
But they didn't admit Tanya. So I'm in triage still. I just have this regular chair. It just bounces back like this. That's it. So I slept. I had no blanket, no pillow. I'm using Tanya's clothes as a pillow because she was in a Johnny. And so finally, 5 o'clock in the morning, they admit me. My back is killing me. But they admit us, and they put us into the room. I'm helping out, making sure the Tanya's all right. But she was having contractions for 25 hours at that point in time. So I'm like, you better do the damn
Yeah,
epidural.
today's got to be the day.
Yeah. So she does the epidural, and guess what? I got a cot. I got my own cot in this bitch. It was
damn.
great. It was great. No dad cheer for me in this room.
Wow.
So yeah, so I slept. It took the whole day for Tanya to go into labor. The whole day. She was in there. We're in there from 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 11 o'clock at night when she started pushing. And then she pushed, or it was 9 o'clock at night and she started pushing. And it took 3.5 hours for the baby to be born. And
Holy
she came
shit.
out healthy. Yeah. But she came out at 12:30, 12:34 she was born.
One,
And
two,
then the
three,
next
four.
morning they admitted us to the postpartum room. And the postpartum room had the dad chair that pulled out. So I got the dad chair then. And we were there for
Nice.
They put us in there for 2 days. So I got to stay an extra day.
Yeah.
Which was nice. But yeah, that was my story of the birth of the baby. B-boys think we hop into some sports. I took enough time telling the story. Let's jump into some controversial stuff. We'll hit it right off the top of that.
Ooh.
We'll jump into some controversial stuff. I want to hear you guys' take on the Michael Oher situation. For those who don't know, Michael Oher is now suing his adoptive parents from the movie The Blindside, claiming that he's not really adopted. They made him sign a conservatorship, and they financially benefited off of The Blindside while taking money away from him. Joe, why don't you kick us off with your take?
Because I'm black.
That's definitely not it, but you're to my right. And
You had that locked and loaded, bro.
Oh, I knew it was. I knew he was sending it to me the moment he brought it up. I was like, okay, yeah, he's gonna kick it over to
please
me.
edit that out. What the
No,
fuck?
oh no, that's
No,
staying.
no,
That
that's
is
staying.
staying
That's a
because all
stay.
the listeners are gonna be like, oh, because he's black. Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Fuck you.
No, I'm already
No,
going.
John.
No, here's my thing. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, if it is, like, that's shady as hell, and like he deserves to get his money. My problem is, why the hell did he wait so long? Like, why? Why wait this long to come out about it? That movie been out for so long. And yeah, I mean, I have thoughts on like everybody criticizing that she should give back her awards and stuff like that, Sandra Bullock, because of the whole situation. I think it's stupid. Like,
No.
yeah, there's people
a great
over the
movie.
internet. Yeah, all the people over the internet are like, no, she should. Like, a bunch of people are like, oh, she should give back her awards. It's like, nah, dude, like she earned that shit. She acted.
Hell
We
yeah.
believed it. We good. Like, the hell? Like, I'm not doing
Top
that.
notch movie.
The movie was still good.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, John?
I don't know. It's pretty wild. I guess the parents just a couple days ago ended the conservatorship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is just fucking weird. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, make a movie off this dude, and now all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I didn't make any money off that. Let me get paid for it. Let me go after these fucking people.
Yeah. I mean,
It's weird.
Good for him for doing it. It's just like,
It's a weird situation, though.
Yeah, it's
So-
also weird to wait so long.
Yeah, so there's
Maybe he's running out of money.
That's what that's my
Yeah.
philosophy. He's like, yo, he's now like getting low on money, and he was like, how am I gonna get some bread? This is a legitimate, like, I have a legitimate case. I just left it alone because I had money, but now that I'm broke, I really need to get this money.
Right.
So here's the thing, right? Is he's writing a book.
Great.
So he's writing a book, and he filed a lawsuit at the same time the book is coming out.
Hopefully, he doesn't wait another 15 years to release it.
Yeah, right. My big thing, right? My big thing with this is, if it's true, it's despicable. It's despicable on their part. But one, why wait 15 years? Why wait 15 years to sue them, right? Two, why wait until you're putting out a book? Three, they don't need they never needed the money from the movie. The people that took them in, they owned like 50 or something franchises of like KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. They were like independently wealthy people. They had like, I think their net worth is like 50 to $100 million, well more
Wow.
than him. So I don't think they needed the money from the movie. But then again, I'm like, why? If you didn't need the money, why take it? You
Okay,
know?
so The Blindside came out in 2009. All right, that was his rookie year, 2009, and he retired in 2016. So
Yep.
it's perfectly feasible that he could be out of money.
Yeah, 7 years out, 7 years removed from the league. Yeah,
Yep.
very
Yeah.
good chance that he's broke. And I feel like also it does, like, now that you talk about like him having his book coming out soon, or supposed to be coming out whenever. I feel like it's another way to get his name back in the media, so that when the book comes, it doesn't just get like kind of lost in the shuffle.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now that people
so
are talking about him again.
another stat for you. In his 9 seasons, he made a total earnings of 34.5 million.
That's
It's a
pretty
lot
good.
of it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
He was
but
a
that's
offensive tackle, right tackle, a lot of
Where
money.
he played for
He played for the
Carolina, right?
Ravens, for 6 seasons, and then Tennessee for 2, and then Carolina the back half of his career for 3 seasons. 9 total.
Okay. Okay. I don't know about Maryland, but I don't think that Carolina and Tennessee have state tax. So that adds like that's like
Right.
an added factor. He gets to keep a little bit more of his cash.
Yep.
yeah. But even if he saved all of his money until after he retired, $34 million over the course of 7 years, that's living off like 5 million a year. And still, like, when you're an athlete and you don't know how to like manage your money properly, like, it's kind of easy for them to blow through it.
Right.
Fancy cars,
Yeah.
fancy houses, vacations, travel,
Mm-hmm.
wasted awful investments. You know what I mean? It's a lot of factors.
What has he done? What has he done since being out of the league?
Exactly.
He's written 2 books.
Great.
So another couple of pieces of information that back up his side. One is they did a conservatorship, and they actually could have adopted him. So in the movie, he was 18 years old, and they said that they had him sign a conservatorship, but they never say that, like, and I guess in the movie they never say that like they're gonna adopt him. They just say that they want him to become a part of the family.
Right.
So in Tennessee, I think it was either Tennessee. That's where they're from, right? Tennessee.
Sure.
I think they're from around the Memphis area. Um, in Tennessee, you can still adopt an adult at age 18. So they could have adopted him, which would have negated this entire thing. Another piece of information is I guess they in the movie they made him out to seem like he was like very timid and not outgoing, and it almost
Mm-hmm.
not dumb but like
A shy guy.
like a shy guy.
Well, yeah, it's
And
a movie. They gotta dramatize it. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
gonna be
He was
like
saying he was saying in real life, like he was in the drama club, he was putting on plays,
that's just
like
him
he
being upset about it now. Like, that's just talking shit to talk shit. Cause, like, bro, it's a fucking movie. It's not all gonna be exactly the way it went down in your real life, because odds are, outside of like the general baseline story, most of the shit that happened in there at that time for him in real life probably wasn't that like exciting. It's not gonna grasp people's attention. You know what I mean? So
no,
obviously they gotta
that's
make
true.
it more dramatic.
That's true.
Okay.
I tend to agree more with you guys, but
Yeah.
I I don't want it to be true. You know, I don't want it to be true because that's just terrible. It's a horrible thing to do.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
What do you got for us, John?
Okay. So, I mean, just speaking of football movies, I got a great football movie for you guys that you probably even haven't heard of it. It's called Greater. It made me fucking cry. That's how great of a movie it was. It's
Boom.
about an offensive lineman in high school. He's not that good. You know, he don't even really want. I don't even think he really wants to play football. But then he tries out, or he does. He wants to be a Razorback. That's his thing. He wants to be a Razorback, Arizona Razorback, Arizona. No, Arkansas. I'm sorry, Arkansas Razorback. And so they say like he's not that good in high school. You know, he's not that good, but he ends up going to Arkansas, but he didn't get a scholarship or anything. So he tries out, and they're like, "Nah, you're not that good." But then he turns into this All American, and he gets drafted eventually by the Colts. And I don't want to ruin it, if you guys intend on watching it, because it's such a good movie, guys.
Is it on Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
When did it
It,
come out? Like, is this a new
it,
movie, an old
no,
movie?
it came out in 2016.
Interesting.
You can watch it for free on YouTube. It says.
Huh. I'm not a huge fan of like sports
69
movies.
69% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's a true story. It's a true story. It's about an actual player. You know what I mean? Like it's not some willy-nilly bullshit.
Yeah, I'm just like I
Like
said, I'm just not a
I'm
huge sports movie fan.
I'm telling you, like it moved me because
I'm
I cried.
glad. I know I'm happy that you were moved. I'm
It's
moved that you were moved.
worthwhile.
Like good sports
Yeah,
movie.
I'm a big sports movie fan, so I'll definitely give it a try.
I mean,
Later on.
yeah, I like there's sports movies that I like. It's not that like I don't like them. I'm just saying I'm just not like a huge fan, especially not like true story stuff. Like I didn't really care for the Blindside.
Oh,
Oh no, really?
oh,
Yeah,
Blindside was
That
great.
shit was dope. Yeah, Sandra Bullock killed it.
I
I
love
love
Sandra
her.
Yeah,
Bullock.
she was
I
I
just
very
didn't
love
good.
really
her.
care for the movie.
She's so good. Oh my god,
I mean, she's
so goddamn good.
yeah. I like me some Sandy B. She does her thing. Like
She's a beast, bro. I mean, Bird Box, that shit blew me away.
that movie's fire. I haven't
Yo,
seen it in a
so
long time.
fucking good. It blew me away.
I never
And
watched
then,
it.
You never
oh,
watched Bird Box?
bro.
I
How?
wasn't interested in it. I don't know.
Who's that dude? John Malkovich.
Yeah, dude.
He's
Yeah,
in it.
is
Love
he?
John. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
John
dude.
yeah.
Malkovich is the shit.
I'm telling you, bro. Watch it. It's like it's an apocalypse movie in a sense.
I know what it's all about. I just never thought that Sandra Bullock would be the best apocalypse movie actress.
Nah, she
I'm
kills
telling
it.
you,
She kills it
man.
in that
She kills
movie.
it. She kills it.
Speaking of John Malkovich, though,
Oh, okay. But you got a John Malkovich take. Okay, let's go.
no, I love John
He's the
Malkovich.
man. He's the man.
Yeah,
Something that
he's
like
great.
I thought he was really good in was Space Force on
Yeah, he played that
Netflix.
part very well.
Like I
Yeah,
thought he killed it in that show. And like I know that's a show that like that's very hit or miss with people. I feel like people either really like it or like this is the stupidest thing in the world. And like I really liked that show. And like he was amazing on that. Like I thought he brought a lot to the show. That's all I was gonna say. I don't know what you guys thought about Space Force.
I liked it too. I thought
I
it was wicked funny, but I mean, I don't know. Some of the
I
stuff was kind of silly.
That's what
it
I
was one of
liked
those.
about it.
It fell into the Netflix curse where, like these sitcom shows that they put out, these comedy shows, you need more than 1 to 2 seasons for them to get their foot on the ground.
Mm.
And they canceled Space Force like right as it was getting its foot on the ground. Like right as I was like emotionally interested in the show, they canceled it. You know? And it had such a great cast. Like you have to build the characters up. They have to find their footing.
Right.
You
The
know?
PR guy was the voice of Sonic.
He's John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Is that him?
Yeah.
If it wasn't before, it is now.
Yeah.
Best John Malkovich character is Teddy B from Rounders. I don't know if you guys ever seen Rounders with Matt Damon.
No.
I've heard of
He's
it, but I haven't seen it.
He's a poker player who's he's in law school in Boston at Harvard Law, and he's just obsessed with poker. And he gets he loses a bunch of money, and he owes a lot of money to like Russian gangsters, and who is John Malkovich. He's baby runs like a underground table, and he's got to play to be able to win all his money back. It's very good. It's very
This
good.
sounds a lot like another movie that I've seen. Jesus Christ.
It's got
Is Kevin
Ed Norton in
Spacey
it too.
Is
Oh,
Kevin
that's
Spacey in it?
21.
Yeah, 21. That's the
That's the movie
same
about
shit.
counting cards.
It's a Harvard kid.
Yeah, that's a movie about the people that invented counting cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Algorithms and shit.
okay, but wait a minute. First off, I just want to put this out there. John Malkovich's best performance was in Of Mice and Men as Lenny, hands down. It's his best performance all time.
I forgot that he was Lenny, dude.
What year did that come out?
92,
A while ago.
1992.
Yeah, because the other guy was Lieutenant
Dustin
Dan.
Hoffman? Was it Dustin
What?
Hoffman? Am
No,
I thinking of someone else?
thinking of someone else completely.
Yeah,
Death of a Salesman. Death of a Salesman. That's what I'm thinking of. Dustin
yeah,
Hoffman.
yeah. Lieutenant Dan was the other guy.
Yeah, George.
George, yeah, Lenny George, yeah. Yep.
You're right.
Yep. That. Oh man,
Exactly.
he played that great. Like for a kid's book. I mean, it's not a kid's book, but like we read it in like high school.
Read it in high school.
Yeah. Sophomore
You
year.
know,
Something like that.
Junior year.
great. Yeah.
Junior, senior, I believe. Something like that.
I want to say junior year. Yeah.
I don't know. Freshman year was the Odyssey. I remember that shit vividly.
I didn't pay attention.
Death of a Salesman was senior year. I'm sorry.
I didn't pay attention to that. No, was it?
Yeah, I did that shit with Miss Diogenes. Greg was in my class senior year.
Yeah. So Of Mice
Because
and Men.
that's when Miss Diogenes came back from Italy.
Yeah. So Of Mice and Men is junior year. I did that with Dempsey. No, that was sophomore year, I think. No, junior year. Junior year.
Might have been junior year. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had a dope teacher, like the coolest teacher I ever had sophomore year. She was
Was it Miss Reagan? Because she was the
no,
dopest teacher.
I had her senior
She
year.
was
No.
the dopest, bro.
Senior year,
She
I
did
had
not
Reagan.
give a fuck.
No, my teacher, she ended up like my sophomore year was like her last year, and then she left. But like, dude, like we watched she put me onto the Truman Show because we read
Yeah.
So we read 1984.
Yep.
And then we watched 1984, and then she was like, "Okay, but like now I'm going to show you another version of this concept." And was like, "Here's the Truman Show." And we were like, "A word? All right, let's get it." That movie was fire.
That's
Did
such
you
a
watch
great movie, bro.
Did you read Fahrenheit 451?
No.
I remember we read that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, October Sky. We did that one.
I did not do that.
You didn't do that one?
No.
October Sky.
If we
yeah,
did, I
watched
didn't
that
pay
movie.
attention. Like I didn't really, school.
I wanted to read 1984, but I don't think any of my teachers read that shit with us. I think some teachers did, but others like I think they all get to choose their own books.
The reason why
as long as it's within the curriculum, you know what I mean? No, go ahead, McLovin.
Most teachers do either 1984 or Fahrenheit 451 because they're both George Orwell movie books, and they're both relatively. They're not the same, but like they're both about like a post, crazy governmental world. I own both of them. I've read them both fairly recently.
To Kill a Mockingbird. That shit was terrible.
It's like one of the most beloved books in American history. That shit was terrible.
Terrible, bro. The movie was garbage.
Wild to take.
Yeah.
That, if anything, that has to be like my softest take I've ever had.
That's a hot take.
No.
Lukewarm at best.
All right. Let's move things on to another topic. I want to get your perspective on this entire James Harden situation. What's going on in Philly? This man said he is not playing for Daryl Morey. He is not playing for the Philadelphia 76ers. He wants a trade. He's even gone as far as to say that he will play in China next year. if he doesn't get traded.
Can I just say that this guy is a fucking dickhead?
I mean, you can.
So I like to call him Jim Softener. So Jim over here, right? He fucking gets one of the best coaches in the league fired in Doc Rivers. Like, okay, you want to have a perfect scenario where you can bring in any coach you want? Yeah, we'll fire Doc for you. And now he's like, nah, I still don't want to play for you guys. Like, fuck you, dude. That's some bullshit move right there. I mean, I'm happy for Doc that he landed on his feet working for ESPN, I think it is, right?
Yep.
Working alongside Doris Burke. So that's pretty cool, you know. He's done it before. He's great at it. So good for him, but it's like, dude, he could still have been the coach. Just get friggin' Jim Softener out of there. The toxic fucking guy that he is. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. How do y'all feel about it?
I don't know. It's two parts. So to touch on what you said, number one, I think it's ridiculous, like what he's doing. I get it. Like if you want to trade, you want to trade. But now it's just like getting crazy. Like now, I mean, hey, he spoke out and called this dude a liar. I'm cool with that, whatever. But and it seems like people are starting to speak up too. Like other people are starting to come out and be like, yeah, no, like he's kind of a shady person. But at the same time, like I don't know.
How many times are you going to request a trade, though? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you
Yeah.
off, but how many times are you going to do this, man?
Yeah, no, I get it. He's definitely a diva in that regard. Like he keeps just forcing his way out of places, and he's very calculated in his approach. If he wants to go play in China, good for him. Go play in China. Like live it up, live your best life. Be a champion in China because you can't be a champion in the NBA, and you've proven that.
Good luck beating Jimmer Fredette over there, dude.
But
that dude's the man in China.
Yeah,
you
and
ain't fucking beating him.
I mean, you never know
who you are.
Jared Sullivan's doing great over in China too. But also, like to the Doc Rivers part of it, I'm not really mad that Doc got fired. Like I think he's better off at this point just being like a commentator because
he's always been a winning team. You know what I mean,
yeah, but when has that led to anything since 2010?
Since 2008.
You can argue that 2010 was the last time we made the finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't even been to a finals in 13 years. And he's been coaching teams that have had players to be able to do that.
100%. Those Clippers teams were stacked,
right?
But injuries derailed them ultimately. But there were a few times where they just couldn't get out of the second round. Now that's kind of been Chris Paul's crutch, though. You know what I mean? His whole career, like
look at him in Philly. But look at him in Philly too, though. Like he hasn't been able to get there with Philly.
I mean, last time Jim Soften has been to the finals was OKC.
No,
right?
but I'm saying Doc. Like Doc hasn't been able to get to the finals Doc. As a coach. Like,
yeah, I mean, like you're running up against Milwaukee's of the world, Boston, Miami. You're running up against those teams where, statistically they stack up against those teams. I mean, you had the reigning MVP and Embiid, but
Ime Udoka could do it with the Celtics. Much younger team, not like so many stars realistically compared to what Doc's had to deal with, and he did it.
I
don't see the comparison.
To say that he can't, like you're saying, like he's going up against like teams like Milwaukee and stuff like that. Like, okay, cool, but Doc's also like a seasoned veteran coach. How come Ime Udoka could get past Milwaukee with the Celtics?
Okay. I see.
How can a rookie coach get past it with the Celtics team who doesn't have the same? Like we have stars, but like at the time, like who outside of Jason Tatum, who are our stars? Like Jaylen Brown was still coming up. But Doc's got.
Hear me out.
Jaylen Brown was still an all-star.
So
he is, but I mean, if
you had Ime Udoka,
he was that year.
Yeah, rookie coach, but also the young players, like you said, they're more inept to be able to listen to the coach as opposed to these seasoned vets like Embiid and Harden and Harris, they want to do their own thing. Like, I'm not gonna listen to the coach. Like, fuck that guy.
You're not going to listen to Doc Rivers.
Philly has had the same
Jim Softener,
problem.
right?
It's I'm not putting it on Doc Rivers for Philly's
But what does that
problem.
say about you if you can't get your stars in line, what does that say about you as a coach?
I would say it has more to do with the leadership, the higher up leadership, than it does the coach. You have to be able to back up the coach. Daryl Morey should have done this last year. Back up the coach and make him have power over the players, or don't have a fucking coach at all.
No, dude. If the coach can't manage his locker room, like he's an ineffective coach. It's not because of the guys above him. Like they hired him to be the guy to control the locker room. You can't blame the front office because the coach can't control the locker room.
No. If you don't empower the coach to be able to do his job, if James Harden isn't showing up, if he isn't showing up for practice, if he's going to the strip clubs every time he's
Doc came out and
or,
said he doesn't have a problem with that, though. Doc has openly said that he doesn't mind that.
Because he has to placate James Harden. He has to placate his number 2 star. He can't just be like, you're not doing this or I'm benching you. The last time he did that, it cost him Tim Duncan. And we know that's
Orlando. True. Yeah.
How many years ago was that? Come on now.
Still.
Probably like
still,
04,
empower your coach to be able to bench your superstar, to be able to bench the people that he needs to bench who are being insubordinate. That's the problem with the NBA right now. These players have too much power. And I'm glad what's happening to James Harden right now. The Daryl Morey is saying, fuck you. And Adam Silver is saying, fuck you. And they're bringing the power back to the teams and back to ownership. And it's the only time where I say that like, I'm usually a player's guy. I want the players to get theirs. But the players in the NBA are so fucking spoiled. They don't give a fuck about winning. They don't give a fuck about anything besides making money and having their face on brands.
And shooting threes.
Yeah, compete. It's the same fucking thing with Kyrie. It's the same. He has the same fucking attitude. He wants everyone to love him. He wants to be about the craft, but he doesn't give a fuck about winning. He doesn't give a fuck about the fans. It's the same thing with James Harden. He doesn't give a fuck about the fans. He doesn't give a fuck about the people that pay money to come see him play or pay money to watch him on television, that buy his jerseys, that buy his fucking autographs. He can go fuck himself.
Well,
okay.
I like it. I like the heat, bro.
I didn't know you were so passionate about the James Harden situation.
Dude.
Jesus.
No, it's just about the players have come so far away from what the game is all about. You know, it's about the kids, about the fans, about the people that want you come and play. It's not about you. Everything is about them now. I don't like the situation that I'm in. They don't have enough clubs in Brooklyn, so trade me. I don't like the management to trade me. Bro, people are paying money to see you, to watch you, to support you. That's what it's all about.
You want to know what it hurts too? It's the players' management. You know, like you got a game, say it's the Clippers and the Heat on TNT, prime time, you know what I mean? And Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are sitting out because of rest. It's like people in Miami paid good money to want to see Kawhi and PG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were like,
that's a big thing right now.
Especially the fans that don't get to see their favorite players when they're on the road.
I think Adam Silver put in a rule that says if you bench your superstar for rest on a primetime game, then you're going to get fined. Yeah. I think it should be even more than that. You know, it should be even more than a fine. You should lose draft picks. You should lose draft picks. It should not be a thing.
Hit them hard.
Yeah, hit them hard.
Hit them hard. Hit them hard.
Yeah, it's wild.
But it goes back. It goes back every time I think of it. It goes back to the Kyrie example, right? Like he embraced Boston, did a fucking he did a commercial with his dad and told everyone that he was re-signing with Boston. Things changed in his life, but he didn't want to address it with the fans or address it with anybody. He thought that he was above the fans, above the team, above the NBA. And then he gave up in the playoffs. We won game 1 against the Bucks on the road. And then he goes, "Oh, we're actually too good. I don't want to be here for very long. I'm going to give up." I've never seen an NBA player throw a game the way that I have seen, or throw a series the way that I've seen Kyrie throw the Bucks series, his last series again with the Celtics. And no one talks about that.
He wonders why he gets booed every time he comes back.
Yeah, he wonders why people hate him for some reason. He wonders why people hate him. All the people that cheered for him, that bought his jersey, that looked up to him, all the kids that tried to be like Kyrie in Boston.
He sat right next to Danny Ainge, Gordon Hayward, center court, and was like, "Yeah, if you'll have me, I'm going to resign. If you'll have me," he said. Like,
if you'll have me, and everyone said yes, and then he said, obviously. "You know what? Go suck a dick." That's what he said. Go suck a dick.
I want to play with KD.
Yeah. I'm gonna go play with KD.
Yeah, you do that, dog.
And then you guys are gonna sweep. You guys are gonna sweep me.
Mm-hmm.
You're just too good. You're just too good. We probably could have won a championship if he didn't give up. Probably could. If he wasn't in fast breaks, if he wasn't switching on to Giannis in transition, we probably could have won a championship. It was the. I can't even get going with this. You have a fucking 6-foot point guard switching on Giannis Antetokounmpo in transition. You're going to get bodied. You know this. You did it on purpose.
That's today's NBA, though. Everything's switching. Everything. Because it's a positionless league now. So everybody and anybody can guard 1 through 5. It's ridiculous. I don't like this fucking style.
Not Kyrie.
I don't know if anybody and everybody can cover 1 through 5.
Well, they can play 1 through 5. That's for damn sure. Anybody.
Yeah,
at least you're 6'9", you can play fucking point guard. You can play shooting guard. You can play. It does. Yeah, I understand the skill set and all that, but everybody's got the same skill set now. Ain't nobody standing out from anybody. Can he make more shots than the next guy? That's what it is.
That's
Joker's the only one that stands out. And I don't even fucking like the guy. Yeah, because with his passing ability.
That's just one skill set, though. That's just one skill set.
No other person at his height can do that in the NBA.
Yeah, he's great at that. But, like, I'm still just caught up on the fact you saying, like, nobody stands out, like, everybody's the same.
They're all the same player. They all shoot threes, play defense, perimeter defense. It's not even like if a guy gets by you, there comes the help. There's help switching everywhere.
Embiid doesn't do that. KD doesn't do that.
I mean, Embiid does take some threes.
He takes some threes, but that's not his whole game.
KD's big on the mid-range.
Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns, yeah.
Rudy Gobert's starting to shoot threes now.
Yeah, but he's a post player.
Brooke Lopez,
just because guys
2 and 3s. That dude lived in the post in Brooklyn.
But what about Sabonis, John? What about Sabonis?
He's getting close, dude. Look at his range. He's getting damn close.
Fuck off.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Bro, look, watch.
He doesn't shoot threes.
He's going to start to, bro. Yo, I guarantee you he probably shot at least 35% from 3. You want to bet this shit?
Just because somebody shoots threes and they want to diversify their game a little bit doesn't mean that that's their game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the game's evolving. So obviously adding more to your bag. Like, this isn't like the 90s and 2000s where whatever position you were, that's all you learned how to do. If you were
he shot 37% from 3 last year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say for a fucking power forward.
Yeah, but how many attempts did he take though? That's what I'm saying. Like, just because they add these things to their repertoire doesn't mean that's all their game is, or even that that's
I'll
like
tell you right
realistically
now.
like a major part of their game. It just means that they've added that. Like I said,
I
it's
bet
not
he
denied.
averaged. Sorry.
One a
Go
game.
ahead.
One a game.
Yeah, that's not like it's part of his game. That just means he takes a three.
Yo.
I agree with Joe.
Okay, in Indiana, he shot 2 a game.
Great.
He's shooting less threes now.
No,
Like
I'm
he's
telling you, man.
literally
He
removed it.
has the range. He'll shoot. No, he didn't remove it, dude.
What do you mean?
He went
cut
to a
his
team
attempts
where
in.
he went to a team where he doesn't have to shoot threes.
But if it's part of his game, it's part of his game. If he cut his attempts in half, how can you say that's like a big part of his game? But it's
I didn't say it was a big pot. I just said he could do it, and he can.
So what? Just because he can do it, that means that in the pick and roll, he can pop instead of roll.
Name a center that can't shoot the three in the NBA.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert starting to.
Miles Turner is like okay with it.
Miles Turner can shoot the three. He shoots a lot of them.
Robert Williams cannot shoot a three.
Okay, you got one, but I bet you he's gonna.
He's working on a shot, but like I said, it works when you can pop instead of roll. It keeps the pick and roll fresh.
It's not a roll at that point. It's just a pick and pop.
Yeah, but
nobody
still,
rolls.
But
nobody
when you present the threat of the confusion of is he going to pop or is he going to roll? Like traditionally, right? Traditionally, if a big man sets a screen, you know it's going to be a pick and roll. You know he's rolling. But as these big men develop and expand their game and learn how to shoot threes, now you're creating a threat and keeping the defense on their toes because I can try to assume that you're going to roll, but if you pop and I'm anticipating the roll, well, then you got a wide open three. And for a big man, that's a great opportunity to take a three is when no one's in front of you, when you've gotten space from the defense. Like you got to keep the game fresh. You got to be able to like become like a bigger threat and keep the defense on their toes. You can't.
I agree. I agree that there's too many threes in the game, but I like the versatility that it brings with the game. You know, like you're saying, like you can't just roll every time. You got to be able to pop.
Right, it becomes too predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody pops nowadays, man.
You just said
nobody rolls.
Nobody rolls. I'm sorry, nobody rolls.
People roll.
The only good mid-range shooter in the game, I can only name 2 of them, is KD and DeMar DeRozan.
Jaylen Brown.
Kawhi Leonard.
Jaylen Brown can fuck himself.
Kawhi
Leonard too.
He's not going to give it to Jaylen Brown?
No, he's a bum.
Dude, are you kidding me? You can criticize his game all you want. Go for it. Do your thing. But like one thing that is like his bread and butter is that little like free throw line area pull up. Pumps his feet in air, clutches the ball and puts it up.
Yeah.
Like throws off the
can't
defense.
hit a free
That's
throw
money.
to save his life.
That's
hit his free throw.
Then start taking free throws like you do.
We're not talking about free throws. We're talking about mid-range shots.
Yeah.
But like that's his money right
free
there.
Throw
Drive,
is
pull
a
up,
mid-range shot.
Huh?
A free throw is a mid-range shot.
2 totally different types of shot, though.
Dude, don't give me that. If you want to jump on your free throw, you most certainly can. Nobody says you can't.
Right, but you're not gonna just have this dude's not just gonna do a pull up.
You can also shoot
why
it
not?
On your legs.
Why not? If it makes for a higher percentage for him, why not?
Because it's silly.
Okay, so you have the same argument as Shaq not want to do the Rick Barry shot, the grandma shot.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah, but Rick Barry shot 90% doing that. He went to Shaq and was like, yo, I'll teach you. And Shaq was like, nah, it looks stupid. I'd rather shoot fucking 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, stupid. He would have had so much more points if he just learned to do the grandma shot.
At the beginning of his career, he didn't need to shoot free throws. He wasn't missing.
He regrets that.
It wasn't until he
regrets that.
It wasn't until he got like big that like free throws were a real issue. Because when he first came into like Shaq in his Orlando days, like he could like he was
You're-
okay at free
Okay,
throws.
Yeah.
how? Okay, percentage. Give me a percentage. What you think?
In Orlando,
I would say he shot 60%.
I would say between 65 and 73.
65? You think it's that high?
In Orlando,
In
yes.
In Orlando?
Orlando,
He had a shot.
no. First year was his best year, 59%. Second year, 55. Third year, 53. Fourth year, 48. And then he went to the Lakers.
I was almost on the money. I said 60.
He's a career 52% free throw shooter from the line.
That's why they developed Hack-a-Shaq.
Yeah, throw him to the line.
Yeah. That eventually went to Ben Simmons.
But imagine
Ben Simmons.
if he could at least hit like 70% doing the grandma shot. You know what I mean? He would have had so many more points.
Well, he did so much anyway. Like he's
Oh,
still a beast.
yeah. One of the most dominant guys we've ever seen.
What do you say we do a little transition here to some football?
Switching it up. All right.
Switching it up. We had one, but we'll get into two eventually in this conversation. Major running back signings this week. Okay. Let's start with the first one, and it will transit. I'll tell the audience right now, this will transition to the second one. The first one being Ezekiel Elliott, the second one being Dalvin Cook. Ezekiel Elliott Ezekiel Elliott being signed to the New England Patriots on a 5-year deal. I mean, a $5 million deal. Joey,
deal. Imagine, bro. Holy shit.
That would suck. That would suck. Joey, what's your hot take on this Ezekiel Elliott signing?
I said this was gonna happen. I said the dollar amount and everything. Like I'm fine with this. I have no issue with Zeke's contract and being on the Patriots. I almost put him on the Celtics. On the Patriots for sure. I have no issues with this. I said this one like from the start, like the moment he met with the Patriots. I said this is how I felt about it.
I just want it to be known that Joey's hot take is "I told you so."
Yeah, it fucking is. It fucking is, bro. Because y'all think I just be talking on my ass when it comes to sports and shit. Because I don't be paying attention as much as y'all motherfuckers, and then I come out and say some shit, and it ends up being correct. So yeah, I fucking told you so. That's my hot take.
Hot take.
And I will tell you that I think John and I are going to have completely different takes than yours. John, let's hear your take.
Okay, so I just want to say his base salary starts at $1.55 million, coupled with a $600,000 signing bonus. Additionally, he'll earn an active roster bonus of $50,000 for each game he plays, potentially earning $850,000 if he participates in all 17 games, making a sum of $3 million. If he plays all 17 games, that's minimum what he'll get is $3 million. So if we make the Super Bowl or win it, I think he gets $6 million, which that's not fucking happening. But if he can fucking play 17 games, I'm happy. His pass blocking ability is right. Yeah, 100%. But his pass blocking ability is his best ability at this point. He's been on the slow decline for quite a while now, but yet still productive. I'll give him that.
12 touchdowns, 13.
12. I mean, look, we've done that with so many running backs though that weren't good.
But he's matching his career high numbers in touchdowns. So
yeah, but yards have been going down and yards per rush have been going down. He averaged a career low 3.8 yards a carry last year. That's not good for a running back. You want to average at least 4. That's the base for a running back. If you want to be decent. Yeah, he doesn't fumble, which is great. Bill loves that. He's always been high on Zeke. So it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good for us. He has a very underrated catching ability as well, but Stevenson also does that very well. So it's gonna be weird how you see it. Sometimes you might see Zeke starting the game and then us bringing in Stevenson. Like It's going to be like a two-headed monster almost, I feel like.
So now I'll swing it back. Joe, what do you think about the Dalvin Cook signing
I'm
for
fine
the
with it.
Jets?
I'm
You
fine
fine
with
with
it.
it?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. I tried to take this. I told y'all so. Like that, my hot take. Both situations. I told you so. I said it was gonna happen. I said it was stupid for the Patriots to try to wait it out to see if he decided to come to the Patriots, but y'all didn't want to believe me because I knew he wasn't coming back. I said just go for Zeke. We went for Zeke, and Dalvin did what he was supposed to do. I don't know how well it's gonna work out for him, but he's got Aaron Rodgers over there. Maybe Aaron can pull some shit out of his ass. If he can make the Jets, if those two can go in there and make the Jets like a good team again, more power to them. They're the fucking Jets. Like,
God, I hope they suck. I fucking
Shay,
hope they suck.
what do you think about this Jets signing with Dalvin Cook?
It's a good signing considering Brees Hall's coming off his ACL injury. You know, that's going to be, what was it, week 7? He suffered that. So,
Yeah.
but they say he's looking good in preseason. Yeah, Dalvin Cook's a great player. I wish we got him. But it is what it is. Going to a rival team, that sucks. But we have a really good run defense. Our defense is going to be fucking elite this year, at least top 10, I'm saying. We've got a lot of young guys. I actually put a bet in on Christian Gonzalez winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's how high
Yeah.
I am on that kid.
He's pretty good. He's giving some receivers some trouble during training camp right now,
I'm saying,
especially
bro.
during the joint practices. My hot take is once again the Patriots are fucking stupid.
Mm.
They're fucking stupid. I mean, Dalvin Cook could have earned around $12 million just accepting the franchise tag for 1 year. Instead, he waits it out. He takes almost $4 million less than the franchise tag. The Patriots sign Ezekiel Elliott in total. He could probably make around $5.5 million if they paid $2 million, $2 to $3 million in the year. They could have had Dalvin Cook, a far superior player, a far superior pass catcher, a dynamic player for their offense, for their quarterback that they most desperately need at this point in time if they want to be able to compete. They fucked up being cheap. They took the worst player on a more favorable team deal, so they didn't have to spend the money instead of spending the money and putting their quarterback and their team in a better position to win. They fucked up.
I agree with you.
they fucked up.
I agree with you.
They fucked up.
Like I said,
I'd
rather Dalvin Cook. You're right.
Yeah, but I thought that Dalvin Cook was going to command at least the franchise tag.
Me too. Yeah.
And he took a third less than the
Yeah.
franchise tag. There's no excuse for you not to sign him, at least to a 1 year prove it to me deal. Prove it to me that you can catch balls. At the very minimum, I'll put you in the flat. Like, you can fucking go out there and catch some short range balls for me and do some dynamic stuff and get the first down. You still have your legs on him. You're not that old. But
no, he only had a
here we
shoulder
are.
problem last year, but he's going to be healthy going in.
Yeah, but here we are. We're signing a 27-year-old running back who has lost a step and can't hold his weight down. Now, I hope, as a Patriots fan, I hope that he loses weight, builds muscle, hits the hole hard. My only problem is we already have a guy that does that.
Fuck.
We already have a guy that will take that rock and bury it deep inside that hole. You know, you can catch a couple balls, but
you got to stop doing dumb shit, though.
Listen, he's a hard runner.
Yeah,
he's
but
a hard
stupid.
runner.
He's a knucklehead.
Who do we have for a third down back, though? Pierre Strong Jr.? No.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook catches the ball.
He just needs to stay healthy.
Dalvin Cook will get you 60 to 70 passes.
Yo,
pass catches a game.
Put in Marcus Jones, bro. That speedy ass motherfucker. I want to see more of him in the offense.
You would think. They're not showing anything with him. in
No.
preseason?
Nope.
They hide
Nothing.
They hide
Or in
them.
training
Keeping
camp.
that shit
Nothing.
secret.
I don't think so.
I might be
I don't
going
think
to
so
the
at all.
Patriots preseason game.
Nah, shut up. Who? Oh, they playing Tennessee?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick, bro. The
Yeah, I
third
might-
game
That is
is the
sick.
best one.
No, see, I don't think it is anymore though,
What
No,
you
because there's
mean?
only 3 games.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
think
I
this
think
this game
2.
tonight's the best
Yeah,
game?
Tonight's
I was
the
having
best
this
one.
conversation the other night
Okay.
because if you think about it, it used to be game 3 because it was 4-game preseason. Game 3 was Game 3 was the game you get your starters in that you really show everybody, and then the last game is you're just evaluating those extra, like those final roster spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those second,
So
third,
you're gonna see the bums.
So I feel like in now that we've cut back on the preseason game to add that extra regular season, I feel
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's still like what this is our second year doing that. Or was this a third year with the 17 game?
I think second year.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure it out, but it looks like from what I can tell, the trend is more game 2 now will be, hey, let's use the starters for the first quarter like we
Mhm.
normally, or first half like we used to, and then game 3 is going to be that real strong like evaluation game. I think that's why there's so much more emphasis and why you see so much more talk about these guys not showing up to OTAs and like training camp issues, because those like training camps and stuff like that are a little bit more important now because you got to show yourself a little bit more in those camps because you only get 3 games now to prove that you're worth it, like that you're worth a roster spot come preseason.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And Trey, I know that you were like, who gives a fuck about the preseason game, or especially this preseason game? But this is probably the only game that you're going to be able to see Mac Jones against Jordan Love in the preseason, which is kind of a big deal. Seeing our first string quarterback with the first string offense being able to be able to play against their unproven starting quarterback.
It's the preseason. Like for me, I'm only gonna go to like if I go, I'm only going to this preseason game because they don't play in Tennessee the regular we don't play Tennessee in the regular season. So
Yeah,
I have like the last time I saw the Patriots play was in 2019. Tom Brady's last year with us. I saw him on the sideline and throw like one pass in the preseason. You know, like
I was at Tom Brady's last game in Gillette.
oh, I know.
That sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it was all your fault.
Yeah, he threw a pick 6.
It was all your fault.
I know. Yeah, I watched it. It sucked.
That was a rough one.
But speaking of like making returns and stuff like that, I know I talked about this a little bit offline with John. I think I'm just gonna lock in the dates for the Celtics games against Memphis. For Marcus Smart. I think it'd be awesome if we can get a group together and get this going for the Boston game. It's on a Sunday. Both games are on a Sunday. It's kind of frustrating.
What day?
I don't mind that.
We play.
Tell me it's in March.
It might be.
No, it's in January.
Is it in January?
I think it's in January.
I know they play here in Memphis,
Okay.
which I'll be excited.
That's a lot better because I'm not trying to go to a friggin' Celtics game while it's football season.
Right. That's understandable.
That's a no-no.
It's a no-no when the game's on a Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Thursday or a Monday. So
Yeah.
it's limited.
They usually play on Wednesdays anyway.
But I just think that'll be I think it'd be such a great game to see. Especially like in Boston. Like I for me being in Tennessee, I think it'd be great just to see Marcus Smart against his team, like for the first time.
Hell yeah.
Like, against his former teammates and it be my favorite guy. Like that's awesome. But I think they're gonna do him right when he comes back to Boston.
Of course they will.
I think they're gonna give him
And look what we did with IT.
And I think that place is gonna be 10. I'm calling it now. I think the place is gonna be 10 times more lit for Marcus Smart than IT, just because of like the amount of heart that he gave that team. Like I think Boston's gonna show up and show out for that game.
Well, you can't argue what IT gave.
Right. No, IT was amazing, but I just think
he left it all on the line every game.
So does Marcus.
No, but I mean, much smaller sample size of
right.
IT.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if they did that, like we showed out for IT, I think they'll show out for Marcus.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
And
It
I would
wouldn't
just
surprise me if they retire his jersey one day. Would not surprise me one bit.
I think if he makes it back to Boston at some point, he could get his number retired.
No, question for you. Is the
Okay.
criteria of having your number retired in Boston winning the championship? Is that the criteria? Do we know? Is there any player that have their number retired in Boston law not win a championship? Do we know? Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis. Never mind.
There you go. Look at you out here
he
answering your own
wait
questions
a
and
minute.
everything.
No, hang on. He's an exception. He died on the court.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
no
he did that in
exception.
the court.
Hey, my fault. He could
Yeah.
have won a championship before he
That
died.
I feel like he's the exception.
I mean,
I feel like
I
we got to
don't think
look
there
at
is
that
one.
for the next episode. I mean, what you mean? How much time we got left, dog?
I think that's a good place to wrap this up. I think we got a good start up for next week.
Yeah, we got to know.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, cliffhangers. We leaving cliffhangers in this bitch now because we out
Hanging
here.
on the
You
cliff.
feel me?
We out on the
Man.
ledge.
Another great one with y'all tonight. Whew.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All over the place. And to think this started with baby Mila coming into the world.
Right?
Bang,
Bang, bang. All right. All right, everyone. From us to you, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. This is the Woogity Boys. We out here, and we're sending you out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Tell them, boy.
Whatever that means.
And
right
follow
now. I don't
and
really
comment.
know.
Tell us what you think. Let us know how you feel. What do you want us to talk about? Y'all got topics for us? You think our takes are crazy? We want to hear about it. Tell us.
You think I suck? Tell me. I won't.
And
read
we
it.
don't have anybody working for us, so we're gonna read this shit.
Yeah. I read all the time.
We're broke.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Dose.